I hear here and there governments jump up and say that Bitcoin has no value in itself, it's poor speculation and it cannot have any value. Well, interesting concept and also funny. How does the value of fiat currencies such as euro and US dollar are created in comparison of Bitcoin? What makes Bitcoin not a valuable asset and fiat money a valuable asset? What is the value of euro and USD and what is the value of Bitcoin? That's what we need to answer in order to find out, does Bitcoin really has any value in comparison of other fiat currencies? Now, I'm not intending to act like big defendant of the Bitcoin. I'm just trying to be as objective as possible to address these misconceptions and accusations. So what's the true value of fiat currency? Where does the value of the euro and USD come from in the first place? Is not it a poor paper? Is not the paper of 5 euro bill the same for 500 bill? It's not the same paper. Does the paper has the value in itself? No, that's not how the value is created. Value created with the fact that we all agree that this piece of paper is worth this much. The value is created with common acceptance, is not it so? So what's the difference in terms of Bitcoin? Why is Bitcoin less valuable than that piece of paper? What makes it less valuable? Is not it the same? The group of people, a lot of people agree that this thing has value and it can be used as a medium of exchange. What is the difference? I don't understand. I don't think that there can be some more valuable speculations about Bitcoin because it's still an infant and in fact in the stage of development, but not about the value, which is very, very, let's say, unliterated argument against it. If you are familiar with the history of money, it did not all start, but there was a gold standard era in the history of money. And why did we came up with gold standard? Because gold has limited supply, and people thought that with limited supply, we won't face currency devaluation. But governments one day decided to change this without asking us and just create the money, paper-based money, which is no longer backed up by gold. And they print more and more money every year. This is one of the main reasons why there is inflation way more than 2%. And this is the matter of calculation that we will talk later, that this is why you need to work way more, because imagine if your money that you save won't devaluate twice as much in 10 years, then you will work twice less in your life and enjoy the rest of your life with the value that you created. But government prints and prints your money, and that's your money devaluated, and then you have to work more and you have to live your slavery life because few people in the government decide to print money. That's the philosophy behind Bitcoin. Even the term mining of Bitcoin conveys some of the thoughts of the commodity, like gold standard, because gold was mined too, right? There is also the finite nature of Bitcoin. Under the current protocol, there can only be 21 million Bitcoin in the world available once it's fully deployed. The vast majority of this is already mined, and the rest will be released at a predictable mining rate. No central banks and neither president can make system to run faster or make any changes in that, because it's all predefined and it's incubed in the blockchain technology. But in order to be more realistic and not to make this video highly subjective defending Bitcoin, let's see that the fact of removing institutions and may face some scamming and unnecessary. It increases risk of illegal transactions as well as scamming transactions and being, let's say, cyber attacked. These are the risks associated with the system which is completely off control, that Bitcoin needs to come up with the solution. Removing governments and financial institutions from the play does not always mean that we will be living in a more trustworthy environment. There is actually an example of that, such as the website was, I think it's called Silk Road, where people were trading all kinds of illegal stuff with the cryptocurrencies, and there should be somehow regulated this kind of money frauds and stuff like this. People thought that they could trade everything they want and the government should not be able to control it. This raises really big security issues. But so was the internet when it was created. If you remember, back in 90s, it was just porn and phishing attacks on the internet. It did not mean that internet did not have any future, and we can see how far we are right now. The fact is that Bitcoin is still infant, it still needs huge development, but the idea behind is very appealing to many people. There are security risks associated of keeping your money to the crypto exchanges, and if we leave it without regulation, there always can be really big hazard of losing your money if those companies are simply not regulated. And of course there should be some sort of the regulation, probably, in my opinion, but we are not talking about exchanges now here. We are about talking the concept of having money which is not regulated by any authority, rather than the open system that everybody can see it. When the whole system is in the hands of few people called the national bank, the risk of failure is way higher than in this case, because it's just human hazard. Some person who is the head may not be as literate as we expect and just print tons of money without our agreement, let's say, as ordinary people, and then we are who struggle. If you are a newbie who wants to enroll in crypto market, there is numerous ways that I could help you. First, you should make sure to subscribe and press notification bell, because I always update with my recent findings about crypto. Second way I can help you is to get you enrolled with the crypto workshops for beginners. And third way is one-on-one coaching for getting started in investing or trading. That's it. Have a nice day.